Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I want to share a heartwarming story that I think we can all learn something from. It's a tale from a quiet, enchanting forest, a place where a very special little bird named Lila lived. Now, Lila had a gift. Every single morning, as the sun began to peek through the leaves, she would sing the most beautiful songs. Her music was the forest's alarm clock, a gentle melody that woke up all her friends. But even with such a wonderful talent, Lila sometimes felt a little sad, a little incomplete. She would look at the peacock strutting by and think, I wish I had brighter feathers like him, feathers that shimmer and shine in the sunlight. Then she'd gaze up at the sky, watching the eagles soar effortlessly on the wind. I wish I could fly higher like the eagles, she would sigh to herself, feeling small and plain in comparison. She was so focused on what she didn't have that she often forgot to appreciate the wonderful things she did. One day, a chilly autumn wind swept through the forest, colder than usual. Lila was practicing a new tune, swooping between branches, when a sudden gust caught her off guard. She tumbled and landed awkwardly, feeling a sharp pain in her wing. She tried to fly, but she couldn't. She was stuck, alone on a low branch, shivering not just from the cold, but from fear. Oh no, she chirped weakly, her heart sinking. What will I do now? How will I find food? How will I stay warm? Just as despair started to creep in, she heard a familiar rustling in the leaves below. It was her friend, the squirrel, his cheeks puffed with nuts. He scampered up the tree and gently laid a few of his tastiest acorns beside her. Don't you worry, Lila, he chattered kindly. We'll take care of you. A moment later, the rabbit hopped over, dragging a soft, cozy blanket made of the driest, warmest leaves she could find, and carefully tucked it around the shivering bird. That night, as darkness fell and the scary sounds of the forest grew louder, the wise old owl flew down and perched on the branch right next to her. He didn't say much, but his presence was a comfort, a silent promise that she was not alone. Days turned into a week. Every day, her friends visited. The squirrel brought her food, the rabbit made sure her leafy blanket was just right, and the owl shared stories of the moon and stars to keep her company through the long nights. Lila watched them, her heart filling with a warmth she had never felt before. She started to see things differently. She realized that her plain feathers didn't matter to them. Her inability to fly like an eagle didn't make them care any less. What mattered was her. What mattered was their friendship. Slowly but surely, with all the rest and care, her wing began to heal. She could wiggle it, then stretch it, and finally one bright morning she gave it a little flap. It worked. She could fly again. The feeling was incredible, but it wasn't just the freedom of flight that filled her with joy. It was something deeper. The very next morning, Lila flew to the highest branch she could reach. As the sun rose, she took a deep breath and began to sing. But this wasn't just any song. It was the sweetest, most powerful, and most joyful song the forest had ever heard. It wasn't a song of wishing or wanting. It was a song of gratitude. Thank you, my friends, she chirped, her voice echoing through the trees. I am so grateful for your kindness. I am grateful for the sun, the trees, and for everything I have. Down below, all the animals stopped what they were doing. They listened, and when she finished, the entire forest erupted in applause, with paws clapping and wings fluttering in celebration. From that day forward, Lila never wished for brighter feathers or a higher flight again. She understood that true happiness doesn't come from getting all the things we think we want. It comes from appreciating and being thankful for all the wonderful things we already have. Her song was a daily reminder to everyone in the forest, and to us too, that a grateful heart is a happy heart. Thank you so much for listening to Lila's story today. I hope it brought a little warmth to your day. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next story. See you next time.